My name is David. As you can see on the screen, I have a picture of myself there. My name is David. I am the president and CEO of the Diamond Review. And as an associate of Novatech, I enrolled with Novatech, as you're going to see, recently. And my enrollment has produced a basis of why I'm so excited about Novatech and done my research prior to enrolling in Novatech. I did quite a bit of research with Novatech, and I researched Novatech every day since I enrolled into Novatech. And this is my back office. You can see my back office: about, opportunity, contact, MTS, MT5, and get started. You want to get started. I really do hope and pray that you get started now. And you also have two opportunities of afforded in this process. You can join as an affiliate, and also you can join as an associate, as I did. And I brought my company on, which is a 501c3, as an associate of Novatech. And you're going to get detail about that. And your enrollment as an enrolling associate will be me, myself, if you decide you want to enroll today. And my ID number where you can enroll is there. And once you enroll and all you do your own due diligence about this, make sure you share these projected details with other people found at Now Lifestyle Money page. Mine, or Now Lifestyle Money page, is going to be surprising to those persons that you share it with, because they will then have an opportunity to obtain all the information that you are obtaining at this present time in this video. This is a video, and I pray that you stop this information and study it for yourself. Again, I'm showing you my projection. This is just my projection, and you may well say, well, this company or this process that I'm using is only, a few years old, and well, you don't have to worry about anything being changed, because it's simply a repositioning of your money. And you can see in the red, I've taken my $1,025 to reposition it so that it put it in a position so it will give you what you see on the screen. Now, yes, you can see that I enrolled on June the 3rd of 2022 at 3:38:53 a.m. is when I enrolled. So now from this point on, I'm projecting that I'm going to be successful in the process, because the company, Novatech, is 3 years old, and all the persons that I have heard testimony from speak very highly and successful with Novatech. And over a 3 year period, they have never missed paying the persons that I've heard. Every Friday they get paid. Every Friday those persons get paid, and I can testify to you that my first week from June 3rd, I've already gotten paid, as you can see on the screen. So don't know what my next paycheck will be, but I'm expected to be paid this coming Friday, and today is June the 14th. I'm moving on just in case you see what I'm talking about. Oh no, the one thing I do want to say before I go is that the projected income that you see in the green is only a projection. It's based upon information that I've gotten from a calculator, and I'm going to share that with you in a minute. But the calculator is a perfect scenario, and nothing is perfect. And I read the disclaimer to show you that you need to do your own due diligence, because there's nothing perfect about anything except the Creator Himself. Everything else is subject to change, and there may be risk. But I do also want to reemphasize that the Creator has allowed you and I to have 7 things greater than risk. We have 7 things greater than risk, and if we just govern ourselves accordingly, we won't have anything to worry about. And my projection is what you see on the screen. Okay, I'm going to move on with this. And look, here is the disclaimer. The disclaimer is letting you know that Novatech is the basis for this disclaimer. This is Novatech's disclaimer. My company name as an associate of Novatech is part of this disclaimer. The use of our information, products, or services should be based on your own due diligence, and you agree that the company is not liable for any success or failures of your business that is directly or indirectly related to the purchase and use of our information, products, and services reviewed or advertised. All information contained herein should be independently verified and confirmed. We do not accept any liability for any loss or damage whatsoever caused in reliance upon such information or services. Please be aware of the risk involved in any trading done in any financial market. Do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. Trading cryptocurrency, also called digital virtual currency, crypto access, and so on, as well as Forex, involve substantial risk or loss and is not suitable for everyone. That may be you. It may not be suitable for you, but yet it may be one of the best things that you have ever done. You have to be 18 years of old in order to make that decision with Novatech. You cannot enroll into Novatech if you're under 18 years of age. But if you're older and you feel that it's for you, then I recommend Novatech. Look, here is a projected breakdown of my $1,025 that I took out of my right pocket and put it into my left pocket, and it's already producing an e-wallet in my back pocket. If you can understand the principles of what I'm saying to you. Yes, I'm using projection of a period of time that at my age I may not be here. I don't know, but at the child that's being born out of the womb at this very exact moment in this world that we're living in today also may not be here in the projected time that I have here, but it's not for my concern. I am not the one to give life or take it. I'm only projecting this to show what my $1,025 has already done and what I anticipate on it doing in the future. Using the projected breakdown that I've used, and I'm going to continue to use that information that you see on the screen to show you how my $1,025 may grow to something else. And I'm going to move on now to show you what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I'm enjoying myself because God is my plan A. I showed that in the thumbnail. God is always the plan A, my plan A especially. But money is my plan B. And money is my plan B is where you can enroll into Novatech in order to make the projected income that I'm using. The calculator that I use, I got it, the URL, and put it into the Good Life video. The Good Life video is going to give you the calculator that I'm using in order to derive at the information that I'm showing. And I'm showing you that the $1,025 that I started with, I did not spend it. I did not invest it, and I don't anticipate on losing it because I already have money, excuse me, going into my e-wallet using the only funds that I started with. I am projecting that I'm going to put $50 a month in this process, but I have changed that to show other projections in this presentation, that I'm not just stuck on one thing, which is a 1,000 nor the 100 that you see here, but I'm only showing you these data. Now here is something from the CEO of Novatech. Make sure you read this. I'm not going to do it like I did the disclaimer. You can stop this video and read what the CEO is saying, and she's talking to dear Novatech team members. If you join Novatech, this information is for you because you then will become a team member. If you're not going to join, then it does not apply because her message is directly sent to Novatech team members. A member, as you can see, and I won't move on with that, but I pray that you stop this information or this video and you study this for yourself. Now, here are the visionaries of Novatech. Eddie Pethon, you see his name is the CEO of the company of Novatech. His wife, Reverend Cynthia Pethon, is the CEO of Novatech, And these are the visionaries at your three. And Ricardo Roy Sr. is the CTO. And then the CTO, if you don't know what a CTO is, read his information. And I can just give you a synopsis. A CTO is the one that does all of the heavy work with regards to the computers that's being used by Novatech. And Novatech's computers are the ones that do the work for you. They work in 24/7 for you all the time. And those work that the computer does is the reason why you can be paid every Friday with this company. And the company has a tremendous track record of making sure that the members who have already enrolled into Novatech are paid every Friday, and they have not missed paying those persons not a single time in the past 3 years. That's why I'm suggesting that you pay close attention to the disclaimer and what is being used with regards to the creator giving you something bigger than risk. This 4X, the 4X is actually short for foreign exchange compounding calculator. And you can see on the right side in the bright color that 4X compounded calculator is what's being used in this process in order to yield the projections that you have shown you. And I'm going to reemphasize this, say myself, I have not spent any money. I have not invested any money. I don't anticipate on losing any money with the company because the track records seem to indicate that for the past 3 years, they have had a positive in replies. Now, you know, the creator's son was with us for 3 years, and during the 3 year time, he had no problems. This company is led by a follower of the creator and his son, and this company has not had any problems meeting their payroll every Friday as promised in their contract. And you can see the contract when you get started. You can get a copy of the contract. Here I'm just reiterating how Novatech and the information is being shared with other people at Now Lifestyle Video. The process is taking money, and I'm using this only as an analogy of myself. It's not something that the company has said. I'm using it as my own experience of understanding what the company is doing. Is taking money. I've taken money out of my right pocket or any pocket that I have and put it in another pocket. And I'm not investing anything. I'm not spending anything. And I don't anticipate on losing anything over the period of time that I anticipate on my projection. The money never leaves my pocket or my hand. It never leaves me. It never leaves the position that I put it in when I enrolled in the process. Because one term that I've heard used is that the rental of money. I'm renting the money, and I'm getting 70% refund. I mean, or 70% gain off of the money I rent. So if I rent whatever I rent, the money, or whatever I move from one position to another, I anticipate on not losing any of that money. Now Lifestyle Money page is going to give you information about the process that you can share with other people. All right, that's what we're really concerned now. The information that you see on the left here is just to give you a picture of growing money. And they say that money, and always questions asked, does money grow on trees? But of course, because when you cut the tree down, you can build a home with it, and then you can sell the home. So I'm not going to get involved in all that. This 4X compound calculator is only being used as an example to show you what I'm using, to show you how I have not spent any money. I have not invested any money. I don't anticipate on losing any money based upon Novatech's track record of the past 3 years, and only projecting in this to take $100 because you can enroll into Novatech with $100, or $99 they say. So I rounded it up to $100, and there's no maximum amount that I can enroll with. My minimum amount is $100, and the 3% monthly that you see is what they have averaged over the past 3 years. There's been some months that it didn't go as been below 3%, and there's been some months that have been above 4%. So what we're saying is that over the past 3 years, on an average, they've maintained an average of 3% paid out to those persons who have enrolled with the amount of money that they enroll with over the past 3 years every Friday. The company has not missed a payroll from every Friday. And that track record have me very, very much excited, because it tells me that I'm going to have a payday. And a payday I'm using to show this Forex compounding calculator to show you how I anticipate on getting that money, at my payday. And I anticipate on getting the payday. I'll say it that way. I'm anticipating on getting the payday by using the projections that I'm using in this calculator. Now, I must admit, yep, the calculator is somewhat like a, it's a perfect projection. But everything that's not going to be that way, and I know that, but it's only giving me the dream that I want to have, and then you can't wait if you can't destroy me if you destroy my dream. Anyway, now here's a projection breakdown of the information. I'm still using it, but instead of using 1025, I've changed it now to show you how, if you were to start with $1,000 and everything else turned out just like I'm showing here. If you had $1,000 and you took the $1,000 out of one position that you have it in and put it in another position that you want to put it in, and I'm using pockets as a way of explaining that in your hand to show what your projected return will be on the money for the period of time that I'm using. So if you want to get the information, you can use a different amount. You can use a different time period as well. My example here is to show you, if I were to put in $1,000 and I was go and put in $50 every week, I would every month, that's what I would end up with just in this process here. So all that we're doing here is just explaining a projected amount of what I would have in my e-wallet if I were to do this thing here for the entire time. Now remember, I only gotten started in June the 3rd of 2022. I hope that you don't wait until June 2023 for you to get started, because the company itself is an indication as to why you and I both should get excited about the company, because over the past 3 years, the company has not missed making payroll every Friday. And you can see how many countries that the company is in. You can see how many people that's involved in the country. I'm talking about quite a few people that's involved in the company on a global basis. That's what we're talking about. And I'm going to keep on moving through this now. Let's look at the next one. I'm using 1,000. We're using 1,000 here. Here we're using 5,000. Nothing else is going to change except the amounts. And you can stop this and study for yourself, or you can go to and get the projection yourself and use the same calculator that I'm using to show this, how this works out. It's only a projection though. Make sure you understand it's not real, not a reality, because I got involved in June. There's no way possible for me to tell you that I've earned these monies, because we're still in the month of June in 2022. I'm only showing you this to show you why I'm so excited about what's going to take place in the future, whether I'm here or not, because once I take the funds and put them in, if I were to use $10,000 and over the period of time that I have made the projection and doing the things that you see up under the deposit and our withdrawal section, my earnings that you see in my wallet will see what that would be. You can see what I'm projecting that my total deposit and withdrawals will be, because the 10,000 plus the 600 will give you the 17,200 over the period of time. And if everything being as they are, and the 3%, if they maintain an average of 3%, I'm going to have what you see in my wallet at the end of the period of time, $821,536.72, based upon the projection now, strictly as ever have laid it down. If it gets better, then it's better. If it gets worse, then it's worse. But who am I to say? I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and I'm just basing this on what has happened in the past, only with the company's track record. Here's now the $100. If I were to have put in $100 as opposed to putting in 1,025, here's what I still would have, my $100. And I, as my line of work, I get involved with a whole lot of people that come in with gambling debts. I have some people that loses $100,000+ a year gambling. Now, where's the risk in gambling? But people does in every state, just about in the United States, have a form of lottery. They will stand in line throughout all the states and the counties within America to buy lottery tickets. And if lottery is not a risk, I don't know what would be a risk. And the same amount of money that they put into the lottery and don't win, if they put it into Novatech, which has a track record of making payments every Friday, it may be better to take that money and put it into Novatech as opposed to put it into the gambling casino. I'm just speaking out loud. My reward or my earnings in this example here of $100 would be $36,000 over the projected period of time. But look at my e-wallet over the same projected period of time by just using $100 and putting in $50 thereafter every month. Every week. Every month. As you can see what I'm saying. I'll move it on. Here is another example, $500, what that would be. With nothing has changed. You can stop this video and look at it for yourself. Now look, this is an example of you getting an understanding. God said, above all getting, get understanding. And this understanding is where you enroll. Understand that you should enroll, and if you don't do anything, you cannot enroll. I'm going to show you something in a few minutes that you may not be excited about. But the process of renting the money is already in your pocket. You're going to rent that money out, and you're not going to spend that money. You're going to rent that money out, and the company is going to take that money and that you have rented out and give you earning. Right now it's at 3%. Sometimes it goes 4. It may go to 5, may go to 10. I don't know. But what I'm suggesting is that the money that you take out and rent, you can't lose. Now, the enrollment, Money's My Plan B, you can enroll at Money's My Plan B, and I'm using this process here to show you how you should need to get the understanding. Do your own due diligence, get understanding, and then move on it. Because if you don't, then you're going to stay in the same position that you're in if you don't move. That's all this is, just explaining to you why you should take advantage. Now, this information here is from the company. The company is doing this, and I'm only putting you here, Money is My Plan B, to show you how to enroll. Enroll today and start earning weekly every Friday a residual income, a lifetime bonus. This is from the company now. Earn a percentage of your direct downline monthly service fee paid. This is directly from the company. My input on this is to enroll today and start earning weekly, and you can enroll at Money is My Plan B. That's my input to this information here. And when you enroll, you're going to see all these data in your back office that's put there by the company. Okay, now we almost at the end of this presentation. I've had too much time with you, and I want to slow this down to show you. This is, again, here is information from the company, and the company is doing two things. To understand the process of that 24 hours. Now, this is a holding tank. Now, the company is recommending, and you can see the CEO on the bottom right, and on the left is a holding tank. And I'm going to talk about the right side first. The CEO is explaining how you're going to upgrade or move up into sharing this information with other people. The blue, the green represent you. The blue here represent other people, but the company is anticipating on what they have done to show you how to put 3 people, and then every person from that on that you share this information with, they're going to be put down in the organization somewhere, but that person never is not detected from you. And it's a process. Make sure you study what this process is giving you in both opportunities, because right above this CEO's head you'll see a URL which is taken directly from the back office when you enroll and get started, it's going to be information in your back office. And I pray you go back there and study until you get an understanding. And the other side, left side, is to be notified daily by email of any new associates. And that is when you get a new associate and you can see the arrow drop down. And I want you to study this, man, because this is explaining the holding tank. If you enroll someone and you live in, say, in Chicago or Illinois, and you enroll someone that lives in New York, 3 or 4 people that lives in Minnesota, or 3 or 4 people that lives in Florida that enroll up under you, they go into a holding tank for 48 hours. And you're going to get an email from each one of those enrollments to let you know you have a certain period of time, which is no more than 48 hours, to place that person somewhere down in the organization that you see on the right hand side that the CEO is explaining. Just visit the URL above her head and you will be able to understand what she's saying, and then to get an understanding as to how the 48-hour holding tank, the details are at the URL up under the holding tank. Just visit that information before you go into enroll, because this information is taken directly from my back office. And when you enroll or get started, right above my head you see the sign say get started. When you click there and you get started, you're going to get this same information in your back office, and you have 48 hours. Everything is contingent upon 48 hours. You have 48 hours to place the person who enrolled under you out of your holding tank, and you too have 48 hours, because you then would have been in someone else's holding tank possibility. So you only got 48 hours. That's what I'm saying, suggesting that you hear what I'm saying. You have 48 hours. When you click on get started, you have 48 hours to decide whether or not you're going to enroll into Novatech or you're not. And if the same thing apply, if you have 5 or 6 other people enrolled today, you're going to get an email telling you that you can place those people somewhere down up under what you see the CEO is explaining on the right hand side. She's explaining that, but you got to go to the URL to find out what she is saying. But it is a placement process, and as you place it, the bigger your Friday paycheck is. The more where you place them according to what she's recommending, because she's the CEO, if you do what she's recommending you do, your Friday checks get bigger and bigger. Every Friday you get more and more money, and all you've done is just place 3 people under you. But look how many could possibly be. It could possibly be 300 or 400 down under you over a period of time. You don't know. Now, I'm in conclusion of this. Here is what the CEO of the company is also doing. This is Novatech's compensation plan that's being explained by the CEO of the company. She's explaining how the unilateral level versus the binary versus Novatech's level. Novatech is on the green on the right side. That's Novatech. And to get that information at mycashbackbank.com. Go to mycashbackbank.com, and the CEO of Novatech is explaining the compensation plan. Now, when you get started, you're going to see the same information that I've taken out of my back office to put here for you can understand the compensation plan and how you get paid every Friday. Then once you get an understanding here, now this is the last time I will be able to say this, you get an understanding, above all get an understanding, and you understanding the compensation plan as the CEO of the company has explained it to you here at mycashbackbank.com, you go and you enroll at moneyismyplanb.com. Moneyismyplanb.com will take you to the enrollment page of where you enroll. And then you want to share that information with as many people as possible and recommend to them that they go to Now Lifestyle Money page. Now Lifestyle Money page is where they're going to get the same information that you're getting right now. I want to thank you, and I pray for you to have a blessed day. This is David bidding you bye. Make sure you share this, because the more you share it, the bigger your Friday paycheck will be. Bye-bye.